All right, boys. Well, I think what I want to do today is because we've had another sneak peek of content of Heroes being released by EA Sports, I kind of wanted to just cover this as opposed to doing 6 p.m. content today, because this to me obviously is a lot more exciting, and we're doing the 2-hour day road to glory anyways right now. That's taken up all my time and fun. So before I head off on vacation, I wanted to go through all of the new heroes that EA have released. So first of all, for those of you guys that haven't heard or seen, EA, I believe, are going to be adding 18 new heroes into Ultimate Team. Now, I am going to allow myself to consume leaks of the upcoming EAFC game and Ultimate Team and what content's coming to Ultimate Team. Of course, once Ultimate Team is out, we're going back to ignoring and avoiding any and all leaks for 6 p.m. content onwards. But in the build-up and the excitement for the game coming out in September, late September, of course, we're going to allow ourselves to understand and see what is going to be indeed coming to the game. So we've got a lot to talk about here today. And of course, if you guys know this channel, you'll know one of my favorite 3 players of all time finally got himself his card. A lot of you guys would think I'd be upset about this, but no, I'm not at all. I'm very, very excited because he truly only deserves a hero card. He does not deserve an icon card, at least in my opinion, even though he's one of my favorite players. So, football's in good hands thanks to a new cohort of cult favorites, including Champions Leagues and Pioneers from women's football. So this latest release, as far as we can tell, is the Champions League and Women's Champions League release of heroes. There you go. EAFC 24 welcomes 19 new heroes, reimagined by Marvel as comic book heroes and heroines to the pitch in Ultimate Team. Each new Ultimate Team hero this year will be remembered for how they perform both domestically and continentally. So we might even be getting some of these guys again in a World Cup style, or maybe imagine a flashback hero to a World Cup moment. How amazing would that be, right? A Carlos Tevez flashback for Argentina, or whatever the case may be. Flashback to Carlos Tevez absolutely dropping Man United for Man City. Stuff like that would be pretty cool. So the next generation of heroes, as you guys we can download them immediately. That's pretty cool. Okay. So we got ourselves, I'm going to be blatantly honest with you guys about the heroes that have been released by EA, of the ones I know about and don't know about. I don't know anything whatsoever about Alex Scott. So we'll just read kind of the press release for Alex Scott. 88 rated, loyalty to royalty, MVP to MBE. Alex Scott wears the crown of Ultimate Team hero with honor, a distinguished individual on and off the pitch. She ruled the right flank for her entire career, stopping attackers in their tracks and leading her team forward from full back. So we're going to get an 88 rated Champions League version of Alex Scott. So I do wonder, again, the chemistry links, how that's going to work. EA did mention that the chemistry links will be if, let's say, said player played for Chelsea, they'll actually link to Chelsea players or to maybe to Premier League players. So, but having said that, I don't actually know what that badge is. But either way, so someone else that I don't know much about, I believe he did recently pass away, but in terms of his career and as a player, I don't know much about Gianluca Vialli. I would like to educate myself. A lot of icons and players that come out from EA through the years, we've taken our time to do deep dives in video form and in essential documentary form to see who and what these players are about. But nevertheless, Vialli got himself a 91 rated card. Heroism isn't simply a measure of what you can do when the pressure is on. It's also a measure of the person you become in those big moments. Gianluca Vialli was a beacon of both character and quality, a striker that struck joy into all who had the fortune of watching him play. So I believe he played for Juve and Spurs. Am I right about that? Or Chelsea and Juve? Okay, Chelsea and Juve. So down the road, we'll probably get a Premier League version of Vialli as well. Now, the one, anybody that's my age grew up watching Carlos Tevez play, of course. And, from the days at West Ham and that weird ownership structure that he was owned by a different party or entity over to Man United. Then, of course, the big move to City is pretty incredible. And I just feel like with the way the game will play, this Carlos Tevez and maybe a dual striker partnership with an Erling Haaland, or maybe we get down the line a hero or icon Zlatan or something, is just going to be mental. So I think out of all the cards that are coming so far for heroes, I think this Carlitos Tevez is going to be crazy. Looking for the bravest person on the pitch, find the player willing to go toe-to-toe with Carlos Tevez. As his nickname suggests, El Guerrero was more than a world-class striker. He was a warrior, capable of fighting his way to victory with a rare combination of effort and ability. So I'm excited about this, man. I think Tevez is going to be absolutely cracked. Now, I wonder if my boy is going to show up here. Am I going to erupt? There he is. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Look at that. The one, of course, I'm most excited about, and why I'm so excited to have, of course, the 2-hour-a-day Poor Man Road to Glory next year from day one, but more importantly for me on stream and for one-off videos on YouTube, etc., is we're going back to that rich man vibe of me building my best possible dream team and really using players I desperately want to use, going for rank 1 in FUT champs, vibing out with really, really hopefully good football and stuff that you guys enjoy watching on stream. And it's all going to be built around this absolute beacon of beautiful football in Wesley Sneijder. So I'm very, very excited. Top 3 favorite player for me all time, easily. A lot of people think Cruyff is in there. He is, but I mean, my top 3, I think, still right now are going to be Zlatan, Cruyff, Sneijder, or Zlatan, Sneijder, and Ronaldinho, right? That's kind of my difficult to decide top 3 players of all time from like my football enjoyment. And obviously Cruyff was before my time, but we've educated ourselves on Johan, and it's kind of hard to not have him be one of our favorites now. So having said that, a 91 rated Serie A, of course, Wesley Sneijder. Some heroes you can recognize from a mile away. Wesley Sneijder could recognize you from twice that distance. I love that. Hard to get near and nearly impossible to escape. Schneider's telescopic eye for a killer pass or pinpoint strike made him a menace from anywhere on the pitch. Just their description already of him, I know he's going to be the dream cam for me, man. I cannot wait for this card. And 91 rated makes me very excited. So one thing I wanted to build on for, I suppose, this conversation here is, do you guys think that A, the heroes ratings are too high, or B, EA are just showing us these high ratings and not giving us these heroes day one? They're giving us these heroes later on down the road. Because my question is, in terms of the growth of the game and the building of Ultimate Team, you guys remember what the World Cup heroes did in December to FIFA? Do you guys remember that? Or not even December, late November into December? Basically made it that anybody that had money or grinded the game had these cards, the World Cup hero cards, and they were viable for 4 months, basically. So, as excited as I am about these cards, I am a little bit concerned that specifically for my 2-hour-a-day Road to Glory, we're going to just be coming up against these guys from maybe September all the way till January, February, right? From day one, there's going to be meta god cards. Obviously, Sneijder will be there. I'm sure Tevez will be there. I'm sure a few of the other heroes will be there. The heroes that are returning, I'm sure Lucio, if he gets a card again, or Vincent Kompany, those types of cards are going to be absolutely cracked. Jean-Arne Rice. So we're going to be, of course, showing you guys the quote-unquote leaks of these heroes as well. So that's the debate. I'm not upset about it because obviously on my rich man account, I'll be able to use my favorite player, and I know I might even be able to get him to 1,000 games played. Maybe 1,000 goals, maybe 1,000 assists for this Wesley Sneijder. If I can get this Wesley Sneijder day one, oh my God, imagine. These aren't the base cards. So that, again, was the debate I wanted to have. Do you guys, these are the UCL cards. So you might be seeing a 91 Sneijder maybe in December, maybe in January, maybe we get an 87 rated Sneijder to start with, right? And I'm, part of me selfishly wants this to be a day one card, but part of me also hopes that this is one of the tier upgraded cards. So we get maybe a Serie A 87 or 88 base Sneijder, and then this one we get the 91, and maybe closer to the summer we could get a 94 or 95 promo, Fuddy's Wesley or whatever, right? That would be very, very cool. So either way, super excited. Just want to bring up that topic of conversation for you guys, of course. And then again, someone that I know a little bit about, but I don't know too much about, is Lizarazu or Lizarazu, however you want to say his name. I know a little bit about him. Bayern left back, right? So, but I don't know much about his career. So I'm sure the way EA will structure and build him, he might end up being super overpowered depending on his body type and of course work rates, etc. But hero never stops. Bizente, what? Bixente Lizarazu was perpetual motion from left back. He marauded forward, claiming the whole left side of the pitch for his own, charging onward to tackle all of world football, from best left back in France to best in Germany, all the way to best in the world. So that's pretty exciting. Again, I would say Sneijder and realistically Tevez are the only ones that I know well and can kind of almost imagine how their cards are going to be built. The other three I don't know anything about. So if you guys want to educate me on that, that would be fantastic. And then of course, the further players that are coming out, all but confirmed, are Vincent Kompany. We've seen that for a while. Vincent Kompany, not surprised at all about that. Rosicky, Dimitar Berbatov, as you guys know from me, is going to be an exciting one. Very, very excited about that. Dimitar Berbatov is a bit of a cult hero on the channel, mainly because of his personality in real life. His reviews of his gameplay on his Instagram, I don't think he does it anymore, but a couple of years ago, the way he would analyze his play, first of all, you could just tell how intelligent he is and why he was so good on the pitch, but just absolute banter. Such a great guy. So really excited. The problem is, of course, I just don't know how EA would translate a Dimitar Berbatov and his skill set into FIFA Ultimate Team. We all know this, right? This is the type of card build that I just don't think is going to do great until maybe later on in the year where he gets a super boosted FUT Fantasy card, right? Then he'll be useful. But early on, I don't think he's going to be amazing. As mentioned, Jean-Arne Reisse, of course, getting himself a card at left back. Again, anybody that's my age watched him play a ton. Should be a very, very enjoyable card. I was secretly hoping for an Ian Hart or something like that from Leeds, or you've got a Viduka, you've got a whole bunch of players from Leeds, but I don't think that'll be happening. Nwankwo Kanu, exciting. Again, I think a card, and he's going to be super tall, right? So another card that I don't know if EA are going to be able to do too much with him. We'll see, though. Be very interesting either way. I don't know much about Giuli. Do you guys know anything about Giuli? I don't know anything about him, or Franciscoli. Don't know anything about those two. Rui Costa, the absolute donkey, 100% deserved to be moved from an icon to a hero. Same thing with Litmanen, in my opinion. I don't think those two being made heroes instead of icons, I don't think anybody's going to argue that. And just to further my point, a lot of people, especially on Twitter, are like, oh man, have you seen the leaks about Wesley Sneijder? You must be so disappointed that he's not an icon. No, Wesley Sneijder is 100% a hero card. He absolutely had a stratospheric time at Inter, had a bit of a time at Ajax, bit of a time at Real, bit of a time at Galatasaray. I think Galatasaray fans like him a lot as well. But realistically, that window of 2009 to 2011, the Inter/World Cup Holland Wesley was next level. Not to say that in 2014 Wesley wasn't effective and whatnot, but he didn't have that iconic Arjen Robben or Frank Ribery career where Arjen Robben, I would be shocked if he got a hero card. I think as much as I love Sneijder more than Robben, Sneijder deserves the hero. Arjen Robben definitely deserved the icon for the entire breadth and span of Robben's career, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but for me, that's kind of the quote-unquote hot take as someone that's half Dutch and grew up watching Sneijder and Robben and, let's say, Ribery and a few of the others play. Similar to Berbatov, Costa, have those same types of careers. I think they had really, really cool careers at certain points, absolutely heroic in a lot of ways, but they don't fit that icon scope, that Zidane, that Dino, Eric Cantona. I mean, you could probably make Eric Cantona an argument that he should probably be a hero too. That would probably make a lot of Man United fans mad, but I think there's something to be said there about Eric Cantona maybe being moved to a hero. If I apply the same logic that I am to a Robben and to a Sneijder or to a Zidane, to a an Henry icon, I think you can make that argument for Eric Cantona as a hero. But I think the thing is Eric Cantona's influence on global football as a whole, even after he retired, I think makes him iconic in a lot of ways. So then I would shift my argument back to Cantona probably still being an icon. So anyways, that is the content for the hero release today. I'm very excited, as you guys know, for FC 24. As always, hopefully you guys enjoy these content reviews and just my little opinion on things. And the more content that we get from EA, the more EAFC 24 Ultimate Team videos will release. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.